The purpose of this tutorial is to demonstrate installation of Ubuntu 13.04 RARing in a virtual machine using Virtualbox. The version of Virtualbox we'll use is 4.2, which is current as of August 2013. So, start Virtualbox. Create a new virtual machine. Give it a name. You can use anything you'd like, of course. In this example, I'm going to use LRARing. For the operating system type, since we're using Ubuntu, I'm going to specify Linux. And for the specific version of Ubuntu, we can select either 32-bit or 64-bit. Since my underlying hardware is 64-bit, that's what I will select. In this step, we configure how much memory that the virtual machine will utilize. Since we will be using the Unity interface, I'm going to increase past the default to 1024 megabytes to ensure acceptable performance. Since this is a new operating system installation in a new virtual machine, I'm going to create a new virtual hard drive. We're going to stick with the default hard drive type. In this step, we can specify whether the virtual hard drive will be fixed size, meaning that all of the space allocated to it will be created immediately on creation, or whether that space will be dynamically allocated, meaning that the virtual hard drive file will increase in size as the data is added to it. In this example, we're going to use dynamic. We'll stick with the default location for the virtual hard drive. And with regards to the space, since a default installation of Loud uses about 10 gigabytes of space, we want to ensure that there is enough space for user data, so we're going to increase past the default to 20 gigabytes. Now that we've created the virtual machine, the next step is to acquire the installation media from Ubuntu. So, start a web browser, navigate to ubuntu.com, select the download link in the top right corner of the screen, select Ubuntu Desktop, and select the appropriate version of Ubuntu 13.04, either 32 or 64-bit. In my case, 64-bit. And click the download link. Now, on this screen, you have the opportunity, if you so desire, to donate money to Canonical. Since I'm feeling a little bit stingy, I'm going to skip straight to the download site. At this point, the installation media will begin downloading. Of course, you can wait for this to finish. In my case, I've already downloaded the media, so I'm going to cancel the installation at this point. Once the media finishes downloading, proceed to the next step. Now that we've acquired installation media, the next step is to make the virtual machine aware of it. So, select the VM, select Settings, select Storage, select the virtual CD-ROM drive, and click the small CD icon in the top right corner of this window. Choose a virtual CD, DVD, disk file, and select the ISO file that we downloaded in the previous step. Now that the VM knows about the installation media, we're ready to start the VM and the Ubuntu installer. So, OK out of the settings and click Start. The virtual machine will start and will take us to the first screen of the installation process. This takes about 20 seconds, so we're just going to chill for a minute. At the first installation screen, since we want to install, we select the Install option. We want to download updates while installing, so select that option and continue. On this page, we configure how the installation will use the virtual hard drive. We're going to use the default option, which utilizes all of the space on the drive and places all data on a single partition. In this step, select your time zone by clicking your location on the map. For the keyboard configuration, we're going to stick with the default, which is US English. On this page, you can configure the name that the operating system will use to identify you. I'm going to use loud. Next, configure your credentials, your username and password. I'm going to stick with the default selected by the installer, which is also loud, and set my super secret password. Now, we simply wait for the installer to complete. After it completes, we will proceed through additional configuration steps. So, at this point, we will end the tutorial. Thanks for watching.